And we're about to be wrapping this up. We gotta go wake up Legion. We're gonna go do Tali's loyalty quest, Legion's loyalty quests, and then the collector base. And we basically already done everything else. And we give some final thoughts on the game and the Legendary Edition stuff afterwards. So, started.
Turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
Who is this guy? Like, we never see anybody else in Cerberus in that
I've
outfit.
isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Like, seriously, you walk through the whole Cerberus ship, he's the only one dressed like that.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
Every Geth I met before you tried to blow my head off?
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
Which?
Yes.
both.
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
All
Fight
Geth is the
Geth.
same.
You do anything hostile, I blow you to pieces. Just so we're clear.
We have no hostility towards you.
Sure didn't seem that way at Eden Prime and the Citadel.
You fought heretics, not true Geth. Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
You want to follow my orders? Say so. Clearly. Otherwise, I'll rip your batteries out right now.
We will follow your orders.
Good. Now what do I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently
this conversation.
1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
I didn't ask your opinion, Edie.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
They always just like holds the hand straight up.
Shepard Commander,
I'd like to find out more about you.
we are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is
Let's
there
see if we
any
have enough to do
technology
the
Geth can share with us?
Geth sniper.
Limited
The
code
Widow.
development is approved. We need to access your FTL com system to download relevant data.
Edie, let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
Ooh, prototypes. Geth sniper rifle. Hey, we got enough. Alright. Doo-doo-doo. Man. What is it? I think you have to wait until after... Trying to think. I think it's not till after you complete the collector base that like Legion also gets some extra dialogue. Like a lot of them get extra like dialogue after you complete the collector base, but it's mostly just some mildly amusing scenes and flavor text. So Probably not going to bother with that. Or like the new Game Plus stuff, because it doesn't affect future playthroughs. No messages. No. Alright. So time to go to Tali's loyalty quest with Legion, because that's how you run that. And to be fair, it's not actually a bad combo. Tali and Legion work together pretty well. Especially when they're only fighting Geth. And we have enough Renegade to cuss out the Admiralty board, so that's all we're really looking for here. Oh, what do we want? I want Energy Drain, but I don't get that till afterwards. Quadroon. Let's put 1 point AI hacking, because we want the rest of our points to be an Energy Drain. What is this? Power Duration. Guess we go Power Duration? Sure. Like, we're gonna leave the rest of it for Energy Drain, which we're gonna use on Legion's Loyalty Quest. Geth Shield Boost is quite good. Geth Infiltrator, what is it? Weapon damage or health? We go weapon damage, obviously. Or do we... I think we go with Suicide Drone on Legion. Suicide Drones are good. Do we go Suicide Drone on Tali? You know, as much as I like Energy Drain, I like the Suicide Drone. It's pretty fun. Okay. And I put a point in AI hacking just so they both have the same ability. I have no points to spend. And this is the saddest, like, power array I've ever seen. We have, like, charge, inferno ammo, and then trash. So bad. And Sizer. Use the Widow. I don't know why you have the Collector Assault Rifle. Use the Matic. Matic's better. Geth Phalanx. Seems fine. Alright.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
You have a Cerberus vessel, you're bringing a Geth on board. These are all pretty normal things to
I
happen.
don't think it's a good idea to bring a
You also need a lot of Renegade to bring Legion with you.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco.
You're defending your ship. I respect that. But don't try to intimidate me, Captain.
Or what?
Or I take off this mask and breathe germs all over your nice, clean ship.
I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The Geth is too much. Leave it on your ship.
If Legion gets out of line, I'll take it out myself. If you know my record, you know I've killed hundreds of them.
Why should I believe you?
Captain, if Legion acts suspiciously, I'll kill it. You know that.
Talizora, you never stop causing me trouble. Marine detail, return to guard positions. You get one chance. But given the charges against you, Tali, you're doing yourself no favors.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Let's deal with that later, Tali. What's our next step, Captain?
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
captain let it get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
I'm watching a complaint.
Tali Zorovas, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zorovas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Tali,
It's a terrible
I'm not a
idea.
lawyer. Hell, everyone thinks I'm part of Cerberus. Do you really think I can help you?
They're trying to turn the crowd against me. That's why they changed my status to Vas Normandy. This whole trial is a farce.
You
There's
underestimate
a
us,
weird
Tali.
glitch at the
Do
neck.
not forget that you have friends as
I
well
don't
as
think that was
enemies.
there before.
I delayed
It might
their
have to do with the
attempt
mask.
try you in absentia. I convinced them to allow a human into our midst. You still have a chance. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way the helmet
I
works. Like,
promise
there's a
that I
weird
will not
glitch
delay.
at the neck. You can see like a piece of a flesh texture, like kind of bleeding through. I'm not sure why though. Like, that wasn't in the original that I ever noticed. It's like that I ever noticed. Like, it might have been there. I do like the fun little detail of like the hydroponics, because like obviously you'd need that on a ship. Especially if you were just going to live there indefinitely.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kill us alive. The accused Tali Zorovas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against the charge of treason.
Security, a Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali Zora think to affect this hearing with threats?
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the Raya's captain, Admiral Chorus?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy. Your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and
She's
technology
taking
for Teams
active
to pick
Geth
up.
onto the fleet.
My
Legion's
father
just like,
ordered me to do so, but I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile,
I'm looking for my father, you Bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
You think Tally's helping the Geth? Maybe killing a few dozen will prove her loyalty.
We do not accuse Tali of aiding the Geth cause. We accuse her of carelessness that endangered the fleet.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Dum dum dum.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Lord Shepard? How did
So
you get
this
onto
is
the Raya?
this is the reason why I don't like giving Vitor to Cerberus, because like he is super cracked up if like you do that instead of giving him to the
I
Quarians.
would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you help me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care, Vitor, and good luck.
You too. Be safe out there.
And of course, we're gonna talk to Rieger.
What more proof do the Admirals need?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Call Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Unfortunately, like, Rieger just dies off screen in Mass Effect 3. Which makes me sad. I like Rieger.
Talizora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Unless you want to bribe.
Geth's shell over standard mech interior, or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name. Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship, Hangerel, and the cowardly Zal Chorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed, if he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
We shall see, marvelous machine. We shall see.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Tali Zora and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
At least someone here's looking out for Tali. Will retaking the Alarai really help her case?
Tali showing a desire to correct mistakes she may have made will make up for a lot of lost ground. But more importantly, you may find evidence of what happened. With luck, it will exonerate Tali from any wrongdoing.
I'm supposed to care about that now? All I want to do is find Father.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rael inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Obviously, you ask about the name.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult
Don't
periods,
ask about the name.
purchased
Immediately
pre-owned
ask about
vessels
name.
from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Don't ask about the name. Immediately ask about name. Damn it, Shepard. Literally one thing.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing.
If Tali Zora is stuck with a human captain?
Is that really a Geth, Tali Zora? The guards at the docking bay said...
Don't worry, it's under our control. With luck, it will help us retake the Alarai.
If you say so. Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vast Normandy.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course.
Head on
I'll
out.
unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Salai.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Have to reset our incendiary ammo again.
Can't get along.
The only thing we really need to watch out for here is flamethrowers. Like, hunters have a weird stagger effect. So, like, if we can avoid the stagger from the hunters, we should be basically fine. Oh, can you hack? You can hack one of these guys. There we go. Hack that guy. Just like double combat drones is really annoying for enemies to deal with, by the way. Like the AI struggles to figure out what to do because the combat drones have like a bizarre stagger to like their shock attacks. And like they're also explosive drones. They just run up and shock you. If the enemy does kill it, it like explodes on them. So it is actually like, it is actually reasonably effective in both 2 and 3 to just spam combat drones. Like I actually ran this as an engineer once. It was pretty funny.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize it. Oh, Keela. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Wah wah. Hack a monitor. Hey Shepard, are you stealing from corpses again? Yes. I am Commander Shepard. That is what I do.
I'll take it.
Yes, shield.
Combat drone away.
Can't reach the target.
Enemy hit.
That it? Okay, I guess that's it. Double drones is pretty fun. It's actually pretty effective too.
Lockdown navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. I love you very much.
I... The front.
Lost shield.
Neutralized.
Nice shot, Legion. That was pretty sexy. Are there more enemies? Don't see any on radar. In case you never noticed this, if you pull up radar, it actually points towards the quest. Or it points towards like the way you need to go next. You notice it's pointing out the door. I have to bypass this first. Let's make sure to steal from this wall safe. Just some of the context where Shepard is looting is hilarious. Why are you looting? It's like Dragon Age, where you're looting a tomb from like 1,000 years ago.
Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left.
Like you're literally looting a ship where everybody was slaughtered by Geth, and it still belongs to the Quarians.
Performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tali. If your father can't help you, I will.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune system so we could live without suits again. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually worth it.
If you don't take back your home, the Geth win.
I won't let that happen. Not today. Not ever. At the very least, we can
The
take
fascinating
back one
conversation given Mass Effect 2. Or Mass Effect 3. Okay, start by spamming drones.
Can't target them!
The guy's still... These dudes are still messing around with these stupid drones. Summon drones.
Process long range kill.
It does look like they changed the damage modifiers and how they work. Actually, just go and hack that hunter real quick. Grab another hunter. I really need you.
Order process.
Oh yeah, Legion's killing the guys up top. I completely forgot there were enemies up top.
Can't target them!
I was like, what is Legion shooting? Apparently he's shooting, because there are guys that spawn in this little, like, dopey area. Apparently he was just shooting them the whole time.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rael Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rael Zora.
This is a cool detail. Like, if you just look at a teammate, they're standing. As soon as you aim, they duck. Like, there's a bit of a delay, but I actually do like that. Compared to, like, Mass Effect 1, where they just stand there like lemmings.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
You don't know how he would have ended that message.
Yes. I do. Come on. Let's finish this.
Just keep looting. Another wall save. Why are there so many wall saves? Because we want to protect our valuables from looters like you. Like, oh. Probably we just like hack it though. Alright. Hey, let's get a model Quarian ship. Let's loot this laptop real quick.
Coming.
Like, I see jam, and then I'm like, I didn't even know jammed as a mechanic existed in this game. This thing just doesn't do damage fast enough to be like a major problem.
Enemy using optical camouflage.
Oh, apparently there's a hunter somewhere. Where's the hunter at? There he is.
Can't get a lock.
Take that.
Simple enough. Combat drones are actually way better than people think they are.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shuts
It's
down
like
any
in
Geth
2 in
missed.
general, the ME2 AI is like
Looks
pretty
like
weak.
some of the recordings remained intact.
So like the combat drones
They'll
really
tell us
mess
how
with that
this
pretty hard.
happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Your father was deliberately networking the Geth to Sapiens to do weapons tests.
That breaks our most sacred laws. Laws that predate our flight from the homeworld. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
What?
Sounds like the hearing is already underway.
Just left 5 minutes ago. You left like 5 minutes ago. What the fuck are you weirdos doing? I mean, this is pretty real time here. Like, it's not like there's a huge hour-long lag.
You didn't waste much time declaring us dead. Go get your ship.
We apologize, Shepard. Your success in taking back the Al-Arai is very unexpected.
But also very welcome.
Did you find anything on the Al-Arai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Yeah, like, if you don't have a lot of Paragon or Renegade, these are not great options.
Tali's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tali. We're leaving.
What?
This is a formal proceeding!
What are you gonna do, exiler? We're probably not walking away from our next mission alive anyway. Tali saved you from the Reapers 2 years ago. She's saving your asses again now. Will you stab her in the back, or will you tell her you believe in her?
Shepard is right.
A military victory speaks for her loyalty, but it does not render Tali Zora immune to carelessness.
Then judge her by the skill she displayed at the Citadel. Were you there, Admiral Koris?
No. No, I suppose I wasn't.
Are the Admirals prepared to render the judgment?
Oh, I actually did this wrong. I forgot. So, like, what you have to do is you actually have to have, like, the long discussions with all the Admirals, and then Shepard just cusses them out.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
It was an honor to speak for my friend, Admirals.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace,
Yeah, like,
Zora.
it's actually a completely different scene if you go through all the dialogue options with the Admirals, which I forgot to do.
I can't believe you
Like,
pulled that off.
I forgot that there were actually
What
two
you
different
said.
scenes.
It's been a while since anyone shouted down the Admiralty Board.
It's not like
I think
completely
it was
different,
good
but
for
like it
them.
does change a lot of
Thank
like
you
what
for
Shepard
being
says.
there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did, you deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Come on, Tali, Zora, Boss, Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This might be useful.
Alright, what is it? Hey, we gained some palladium. Tech damage and gas shield strength. We should also have the research project for whatever Tali does to the ship, but I can't remember what it is. Like, I can't remember if it's something you need or if it's something useless. Alright.
Commander, Legion would like to talk with you.
Yep. Multi-core shielding. We can't afford it. We need palladium. Alright, we can do that on our way to the Legion side quest, which is fine. But that's exactly the reason why I was like, Yep. So like, at this point, we've dedicated a lot of time in this game to just mining minerals, and we still don't have enough. That's what I think is tedious about this game, is like mining minerals is not engaging. Like, the actual cost of upgrades should go down a lot. Especially because you also, like, need credits and need money. Like, either you want to explore or you want to complete the game. And I feel like the game gets that kind
I
of
haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
Shepard, Commander. We have completed our
But
analysis of
I believe the only
Reaper's
upgrade.
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
So the reason they
I love
worship
this
the Reapers
conversation.
is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
You know where this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
We'll wipe them out. We'll do it. We'll stop them. Maybe later. It's like a great array
Our
of
best chance
options.
to end the conflict between organics and Geth.
Let's do it.
We will begin preparations.
Alright. So we need a bunch of iridium to get our brand new shielding. Maybe the only person we lose this time around is Zaid? Trying to think if there's a way to not lose him. Cause like the logic on the last mission gets weird at times. Cause I've had issues with Mordin dying even when he was loyal. Alright, let's make sure we know what material we need. Wait, maybe skin weave. We need palladium. But ship enhancement we need iridium. Or, no, was it palladium? Or iridium? Yeah, palladium. And palladium. So we need a shit ton of palladium. 10,000 and 15,000. So we need 25,000 palladium. I have no idea where we're gonna find 25,000 palladium. Maybe in a dumpster somewhere. Who knows? This is the Mass Effect universe, so, you know. And we haven't triggered the... You'll notice we haven't triggered the... Where's Help Legion? Totally down here in the Phoenix Passing. Guess we'll strip mine all of these planets. Until we get 25,000 palladium. Refuel. Literally only care about palladium, so we can just dumpster everything else. Should have pretty resources.
Launching probe. Probe away.
But like, I kind of want to clock time I spent mining on this one. This is like an ad hoc estimate because we spent way too much time mining.
Launching probe.
Especially given a lot of things we're mining for are just upgrades to existing weapons. Like,
Probe launched.
and the actual difference isn't that crazy. It's like 50% weapon damage a lot of times. It's like, okay, that's pretty neat, but like, or 10% per upgrade.
Probe away.
Which is good, but like 10% per upgrade for a certain weapon type, like that's not the type of thing you should be strip mining whole planets for.
Probe away.
So I think there's a big like gulf on that one. Give a shit about that.
Launching probe.
But it's a little too tedious in terms of trying to find the right material and the right material in sufficient quantity. Lair of the Shadow Broker kind of helps that because like it can give you leads on where concentrations of materials are or specific materials are, but like it's not enough to really make this not tedious. Which is really what you want. Like you want it to be not tedious. Just gently massaging the surface of a planet, hoping it has something that's not useless. I think we can do some mining between when the event happens. I guess I won't spoil it if somebody hasn't seen, but like, I think we have some time between when the event happens and when we have to rescue everybody. Or mining resources doesn't pass time, I guess would be a better way to put it. So we should be able to mine resources after Legion's loyalty quest if we don't have enough for whatever we get from that. I don't think we get too much from that though. And if memory serves, Legion's quest is actually pretty interesting. especially if you bring Tali along. Tali doesn't add as much to Legion's quest as Legion adds to Tali's. Like, Legion adds a bunch of fun, unique dialogue options to Tali's. Whereas Tali doesn't really do the same. Like, she adds something, and it's, like, interesting, but it's not enough. Shooting. And let's add everything right here. Okay. Third. Like... I actually do like this mission. Or... oh. I've never seen that outfit. So Legion doesn't have anything new to do. Tali does that energy drain, which is quite good. Oh, Legion... put some points in AI hacking. I don't think any of these are really like crazy. Guess shield boost is actually pretty good. I'm not sure I'm going to use Legion after this though.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Again, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates.
I mean, Legion is right.
We may proceed.
Like, windows are structural weaknesses. You don't actually need them on a spaceship. Because you can't, like, see anything in space anyway. It's just, like, the amount of area you'd have to scan in the lighting. It's like, you don't really see that much in space
This facility
anyway.
has little aerogravity. Geth require neither.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard Commander, we concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
If this were an organic race, it might be an ethical problem. Geth aren't like organic life. Don't apply our morality to them.
That is logical.
You agree with that?
No two species are identical. All must be judged on their own merits. Treating every species like one's own is racist. Even benign anthropomorphism. The minds of both forms of life can be shaped. Organics require time and effort. With synthetics, replacement of a data file
Why can I not select?
is the only requirement.
It's probably because he's going through a dialogue. Yeah, there are. I think I'm going to want to have this as my backup just because Geth used a ton of shields. But yeah, so this presents... I do want to talk about this briefly. So this quest actually presents an interesting, like, dilemma of morality. So, you can change how the Geth think. They would not know that you had changed it. They will believe something other than what they currently believe. Like, at that point, like, is that more ethical than just killing them? Because you're almost looking at straight up slavery at that point. Like, they have no agency or control. But it's more insidious than slavery because they don't know that they have no sense of control or a sense of agency. So this is the interesting moral dilemma that this quest presents, if you like really stop to think about it. And this is where you also get the relevance to modern times question of propaganda, right? You can make somebody believe something even if they would not normally have believed it by bombarding them with propaganda from quote-unquote news sources, whatever. Governments, whatever. Even if you legitimately believe the information you're presenting them is correct, this is an intrinsically unethical thing to do. Right? Like, just bombarding somebody with information so that they believe the thing you want them to believe without making their own decision. So, this is where I do think the option to simply...
Maybe we can sneak past them.
Interrupting data streams will alert local network. We recommend preemptive strikes against troubling routers.
Data streams on the floor. But yeah, so there's a lot of interesting ethical questions that go behind
targeting below
this mission that is, I don't know. I find it fascinating.
Enemy using
I find this to be a fascinating quest just because of the moral and ethical implications that go along with it.
Shepard, I'm picking up useful resources at the Geth hubs. We could salvage them for supplies.
Oh yeah.
Why are all the heretics attached to these hubs?
These are mobile platforms, hardware. The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
I'm not sure I follow.
The heretics connect to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective. We are many eyes looking at the same things. One platform will see things another does not, and will make different judgments.
If that's the case, is rewriting the heretics that big a deal? They're like a rogue limb of your own body. Rewriting them would be like reattaching a severed arm.
To use your metaphor, they removed themselves from our body, took their perspective, their judgment.
Their judgment sucks.
They
Thank you,
decided
Shepard.
to worship Sovereign. I don't think you're missing much.
Every point of view is useful, even those that are wrong, if we can judge why a wrong view was accepted. For example, we have found the casual self-deceptions of organics useful in analyzing your thought processes.
Let's keep moving.
The casual self-deceptions of organics is a fascinating way to phrase that.
We can assume control of any defensive turret, executing pseudo command. We are tasked to capacity, aborting.
Pop that drone away!
Target processed.
Yeah, I do like the moral dilemma that this quest tries to present to the player. Is making somebody believe something, even if you think that thing is correct, an inherently ethical decision. Wow. Biotic charge is hilariously effective in PvP. They go absolutely flying. Yes, do not require gravity. It's a fascinating thought, but like it turns out you actually kind of do require gravity. No idea why that didn't work. It might have been because he got behind cover.
Acknowledged.
Memory serves, you can only override one turret at a time. Chasing this hunter around the room.
Long range kill.
Yeah, turn that turret on. Why not? Oh, the turret will damage you. I didn't realize that. I mean, more relevant for Vanguard than most other classes because, you know, most other classes don't get close enough for that to happen, but... Yeah, I didn't realize the turret would damage you. That was weird. Ooh, got some refined palladium. Override that turret. Also summon a drone. Also summon another drone.
Target processed.
I had no idea Geth built stations this large.
The station is over 15 kilometers long. That room may run the length of it.
15 kilometers? Jesus. He's goddamn massive. Like, for reference, a Star Destroyer in Star Wars is like 1.6 kilometers, canonically. So, like, this is literally about 10 times the length of a Star Destroyer. This is like super Star Destroyer size. Which, like, the Super Star Destroyer doesn't really make sense in the show, but that's a whole other question. Hey, you got Geth Shield Boost. I thought there was like a prompt to talk to Legion, but I'm thinking of a different part of the map. I just realized that. I was like, wait a minute. I am thinking of something completely different. Other than like maybe some staggers from the hunters and the destroyers with flamethrowers, there really isn't a meaningful threat that Geth have against like a Vanguard. That being said, oh yeah, your party members can trip this. Like, I've had that happen before. I don't know what causes your party members to occasionally trip this, but like, sometimes they do, and then you're just like kind of screwed. Really annoying. So. Oh, there's 2 hunters. Cool. You should both summon drones.
Drones away. Want some more?
Ready for next target.
That's a Geth ship. Or no, I think it's like a Geth fighter. Not like 100%. Like I saw it in a previous room, and I'm not sure if they're like reusing models or what.
Processors. Each contains thousands of Geth.
Can't they see us walking by?
They are no more aware of us than you are of cells in your bloodstream.
This isn't like the other hubs we've seen here.
This is a database. It contains a portion of the heretics' accumulated memories. Wait. We discovered copies of our current patrol routes in this database. This suggests the heretics have runtimes within our networks.
We wouldn't be here if the heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
The heretics were biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to attack you.
If they reached this judgment before they left, we would have heard it in their thoughts. How could we have become so different? Why can we no longer understand each other? What did we do wrong?
The flip side of freedom is responsibility. They made a bad choice, let them own it. You're not responsible for their decisions.
That argument is logical for an individual mind. We are not fully individuals. There are pieces of us in the heretics. One of those may be at fault. This topic is irrelevant. We must return to the mission.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
So, again, like we see the same like moral dilemma. Right, like Legion acknowledges that part of the heretics exists within them. Like a lot of their reasoning is similar, even if their methodology is different. So now you're trying to determine like, so now it makes the question of the ethics of a rewrite more complex. So this is where I think this might be like one of the most interesting quests in the Mass Effect series. Which is hilarious because it occurs at basically the end of the game. She's like, really? That's where we're going with this. Also, Metagel is like borderline useless in this game, but that's like a complete aside. That's a complete aside.
It will delete all copies of the virus. When complete, it will notify us.
Like, it actually makes sense in 1 because you don't regen health.
The indexing operation
like natively anyway.
Time. The heretics will respond with force to our upload. We must hold this room. We can override some of the station's internal systems to defend us. Are you ready to begin?
Start your upload, Legion. We'll defend this position.
File transfer begun. Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Eric.
Okay, so Tali has the GPS, so she's going to be pretty useful at range. Ironically, I'm going to be the least useful here.
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platform. Active turret.
I don't know. Stop getting behind me. Weirdo. Alright. Get position. Get in positions.
Yes.
On it.
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Acknowledged.
Leave the shields to me.
Overriding your target.
Why can't you AI hack that gas trooper? Like, did he have his shields left? Didn't look like it. Not super worried about most of this getting up here. It's just like...
They threw my shields!
There's a bit of problem with its angle. It's also kind of funny that, like...
Alert.
I hate how you have to reposition them every time.
Runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
For some reason, it won't
Hacking your target.
Hydra still has plenty of shields.
Rifle neutralization. Mobile.
Can do.
Overriding your target. Target contact.
Can't get out.
Disabled.
Oh, he's still alive. Right. Got him.
Data mining and analysis complete.
And fully automatic Maddox
It
are
is
cool.
time to choose. Do we rewrite the
Actually, it's really
heritage,
cool.
or
The
do we-
Cerberus Harrier, which is basically that, is pretty good.
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapien has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
That doesn't make sense. If they have the right to make their own decisions, how can you suggest brainwashing them to accept your way?
We stated the option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
Yeah, this is like, as it gets interesting. The idea that they chose an option that prohibits coexistence.
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher-order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction. Shepard Commander, you have fought the heretics. You have perspective we lack. The Geth grant their fate to you.
Rewrite them is listed as a Paragon option. Kill them is, like, kind of granted as the Renegade, which is, like, where this quest lets itself down. Like, one of them is good, one of them is bad. But, like, it's not like rewriting them is really that much more good guy than just straight up killing them. Both of these are removing... I mean, both of these are more or less, like, destroying their lives. Just one of them is directly, one of them is indirectly. One of them is letting them live out a new life, blissfully ignorant. But is that better? This is why I always find this to be like one of the more interesting quests. We're gonna kill them just because this is a Renegade quest, and like, ultimately, I don't think this matters all that much in the grand scheme of things for a series, so I'm like, whatever.
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Acknowledged. Collapsing antimatter magnetic modeling mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
Recommend withdrawal. Get 30 Renegade for that. Annoying ass combat drones going.
Can't target.
What is this, veteran? Kill 2,000 enemies in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. I don't know how I got up to 2,000. Probably shouldn't be fighting all of these enemies at once, so I'll resummon drone. Oh! Okay, I thought I had more time than that. I was like, alright, I'll just get behind this cover real quick and wait for a cooldown. And that did not, I did not have enough time for that. Fortunately, I think it just goes back to the start of that little, like, segment, so, yeah. Not too bad. That was, like, a little bit too much aggression when I saw the other two, like, Geth troopers. Alright, so we definitely want you and you out. Yeah, it's whatever that, like, plasma shot it just did is, like, goofy. I think it also messed with my cooldowns. Actually, yeah, I'm kind of low on ammo for this shotgun somehow. Hey, hackback that's fine. Seems hella useful. That's probably not how you're intended to end that encounter. Just like elbowing a Geth Prime in the face.
Tali just went to have a chat with Legion. You better get down to the AI core.
I'm on it, Joker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
This happens when you complete both Tali and Legion's quests.
It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Creators performed weapons tests on Geth hardware. We believed it necessary to warn our people of possible aggression.
We weakened the Geth by destroying that base, Shepard. But they're still a threat. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet.
Creator Tali Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
You can't let this happen, Shepard. I trusted you, and I worked with a Geth on the team, but this is too much.
Yeah, you obviously need very high Paragon or Renegade for this. And you will lose loyalty if you select either of these two options. Like if you say back off Tali, like you lose Tali's loyalty. If you say Legion stops transmitting, you lose his. So like the only way you keep both of them is by having high Paragon or Renegade. It's the same thing with Jack and Miranda.
Look at you, both of you. This is exactly what the Reapers want.
Which...
Tali, of course the Geth are worried about your people. You want to destroy them.
It's not that simple.
And Legion, what the hell were you thinking? Are you trying to undermine this entire operation?
We did not intend to decrease operational efficiency.
We're on a mission. You can either fight at my side or get crushed under my heel, but you will not stand in my way.
To facilitate unit cohesion, we will not transmit data regarding Creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
And it doesn't really telegraph that, but at least you probably get that at like the end of the game. Whereas if you go to like Miranda and Jack, like you can do that super early in the game and not realize that you need a high Paragon or Renegade once you do like both of those side quests. So like that's kind of a weird aspect of this game. But like it should automatically send us into essentially the end game once we're done with this. I guess you'll just okay. Cool. Okay, every research project is upgraded that we have seen.
The IFF is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems.
So.
Hey, Commander, good news. Looks like the Reaper IFF is finally hooked up and ready to go.
That is not entirely accurate, Mr. Moreau. The device is powered, but it is causing some unusual instability in other systems. I recommend a more thorough analysis before we attempt to use it.
Better safe than sorry with this tech. We'll take the shuttle for this trip.
I'll make sure we're up and running when you get back.
Commander, Miranda, I've already notified the team. We'll meet you on the shuttle. Once we're closer to our destination, you can decide who to take with you.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird one because you're like, okay, what's the next mission?
Telling you, Edie, your readings are off. It's radiation bleed, just white noise.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static. We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
Transmitting? To who? Oh, shit! Getting out of here!
Propulsion systems are disabled. I'm detecting a virus in the ship's computers.
From the IFF? Damn it, why didn't you scrub it?
Primary defense systems are offline. We can save the Normandy, Mr. Moreau, but you must help me. Give me the ship.
What? You're crazy! You start singing Daisy Bell and I'm done.
Unlock my sealed databases and I can initiate countermeasures. The maintenance shaft in the science lab will allow passage to the AI core. Main corridors are no longer safe. The collectors have boarded. The emergency floor lighting will guide you, Mr. Moreau.
God damn it.
I like that you have like a pseudo sprint.
Shit.
God, what is that? We'll hold off as long as we can.
Shit.
The sound effects are still going. I didn't realize how long that played out.
Multiple hostiles detected on the crew deck.
Joker, this deck is crawling with those things. Stay close. I'll protect you.
Shit.
Main fusion plant offline. Activating emergency H fuel cells.
What the shit? Alright, I'm at, U.
Connect the core to the Normandy's primary control module.
Great. This is where it starts. We're just all organic batteries. Guess who they'll blame?
This is all Joker's fault. What a tool he was. I have to spend all day computing pi because he plugged in the Overlord.
I have access to the defensive systems. Thank you, Mr. Moreau. Now you must reactivate the primary drive in engineering.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
Right.
The path behind you connects to the engineering deck. Good luck. Hostiles are present in engineering. They are heading towards the cargo bay.
Like that like ominous shadow crawling across.
Engineering is clear of hostiles. Proceed immediately to activate the drive and I will open the airlocks as we accelerate. All hostiles will be killed.
What? What about the crew?
They are gone, Jeff. The collectors took them.
Shit.
I am sealing the engine room. I have control. Purge is complete. No other life forms on board. Securing airlocks and cargo bay doors.
I like the collector music, but like the rest of the ambient music in this game is kind of meh, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not as distinct as Mass Effect 1's like ambient music was.
Send a message to Shepard Shuttle. Tell her what happened.
Message away. Are you feeling well, Jeff?
No. But thanks for asking.
Everyone? You lost everyone and damn near lost the ship too?
I know, alright? I was here.
It's not his fault, Miranda. None of us caught it.
Mr. Taylor is correct. The harmful data in the collector drive was even more sophisticated than the black box Reaper viruses I was given.
We'll determine fault later. Is the ship operational?
The IFF is cleaning online. With EDI hooked in, we can go through the Omega-4 relay anytime we want.
Don't even get me started about unshackling a damned AI.
Well, what can I do against collectors? Break my arm at them? EDI cleared the ship. She's all right.
I assure you, I am still bound by protocols in my programming. Even if I were not, you are my crewmates.
What's your assurance worth? Your loyalty rests on the flip of a quantum bit.
Loyalty is rooted in mutual respect, common experience, and common cause. We share 2 of those.
Save it for philosophy night.
We share 2 of those.
We've done everything we can. It's time to take the fight to the collectors.
Joker, head back up to the bridge. The rest of you, to your station.
There's no more team building to do, so like we might as well. There's not even any more missions in the galaxy. So. Use the Omega-4 relay. So basically good to go. Everybody go. Alright. And I guess we'll do a save real quick, because why not? And let's go. Oh, we're like way out here. I forgot about that. Yeah, you have a short window to go to save the crew. It's not like huge. I think you can do like 1 quest, but like if you time it correctly and you don't have anything else to do, like if you know it's coming. If you know it's coming like I did and you time it correctly and don't get the Reaper IFF till basically the end of the game, like you should have more than enough time to do everything you need to do. So let's go through the Omega-4 relay and watch the suicide mission. And hopefully only Zaid will die.
Destination Shepard. The Reaper IFF is online, but there is a chance that the Normandy may not survive the Omega-4 relay. Once we are en route, we are committed.
Okay.
The collectors are about to find out what happens.
There's a chance that Normandy won't survive. And it's not like there's anything I can fucking do about it.
About 2 hours. I'll let you know when we arrive.
So as much as the SR2 design is kind of, I don't know, sleeker, I almost liked the clunkiness and functionality of the one.
Hey, I brought mine. Best I could afford on a vigilante salary.
This is easily the best romance scene in this game. Easily.
If you were a Turian, I'd be complimenting your waist or your fringe, so your hair looks good, and your waist is very supportive. Hopefully that's not offensive in human culture.
Whoa, consider me seduced, smooth talker. Now shut up and stop worrying.
I've seen so many things go wrong, Shepard. My work at CSEC, what happened with Sidonis. I want something to go right. Just once. Just...
Shepard, I wish I had more information for you. I don't like you heading through that relay blind, but we don't have much choice.
You know me, I like the challenge. This is as good as it gets.
That's why I brought you back. Always willing to take on the impossible. Despite the danger, it's a great opportunity. The first human to take a ship through and survive.
I got room on the Normandy if you're that eager to see it.
It's a tempting offer, but it's not my place. I just wanted you to know I appreciate the risk you're taking. Regardless of your opinion of Cerberus, of me, you are a valuable asset to all of humanity. Be careful, Shepard.
Approaching Omega 4 relay. Everyone stand by.
Let's make it happen.
Reaper IFF activated. Signal acknowledged.
Commander, drive core just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Drive core electrical charge at critical levels.
Rerouting.
Brace for deceleration.
Ah, shit! Too close. Well, these must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega 4 relay. Some look ancient.
I have detected an energy signature near the edge of the accretion disk.
Has to be a collector base. Take us in for a closer look. Nice and easy.
The game never really does a great job of explaining what the hell these things are. Like, you kind of see them return a little in 3, but...
Taking evasive maneuvers.
Also, like, why doesn't the Normandy have any point defenses to deal with this?
EDI, take these bastards out!
As long as the new plating holds.
They want another round? Come on, girl, let's give it to them.
On engineering deck.
Why does it have that functionality?
I'll take a team and deal with the intruder. You get the rest of them off our tail.
So this thing has 100% armor, which means oh yeah. Does Legion have anything? No, it's just that. Alright, cool. Well, Garrus's APM is pretty useful. We use Morden's Incinerate. F it, we'll just use Legion. Widow does a ton of damage. Garrus has the Incisor, Legion has Widow, got PMO.
Targeting order process.
Beam weapons are far and away the most annoying. That was wrong. Yeah, like... Yeah, the amount of damage Garrus is doing is actually reasonably high. It's just like the AP ammo.
We require more heavy ammunition.
The hell is he? Oh, he's right here.
Shields have failed.
I'll take the shot. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you have to like specifically order them to take the shot to do max damage. But yeah, like, they both have super high damage weapons against one
Kinetic barriers are not designed
So it's like
to
having
survive
useful powers is fine, but like they're
outside.
just gonna do so much
Well, I
damage
guess it's a
with
good thing we
snipers. Like,
upgraded.
funny.
Going in. Come on, find some room.
Kinetic barriers at 40%.
Reroute non-critical power. This is gonna hurt. Damage report.
Kinetic barriers steady at 30%. No significant damage.
Take the helm, Edie, and keep it slow. See if we can avoid any more attention.
I have detected an enemy heading for the cargo hold.
That thing again. This one's up to Shepard.
We'll need two weapons to take this thing down.
No, we don't. We're gonna get like a quarter of its health down. Just by shooting it with sniper rifles. I love how it shows the Oculus' health bar. It's like, thanks.
Rerouting power to shield. Affirmative.
You got it.
Under fire. On my end. Above back.
Alright, I thought it was... There we go.
I think it's going to stay dead this time.
Better get back up here, Commander.
Also, I'm glad they learned the lesson from Mass Effect 2 that beam weapons are really shitty to fight because you don't see them hardly ever in 3. In fact, I can't remember them at all in 3. But like, as soon as you get to like Andromeda, they start spamming flying enemies with beam weapons, which is ass.
See if you can find a place to land without drawing attention.
Too late. Looks like they're sending out an old friend to greet us.
Like I said, the Collector's music is pretty classic, but honestly, a lot of the rest of the music in this game is
Fire
forgettable.
the main gun.
How do you like that, you sons of bitches?
Getting close and finish them off.
Everybody hold on, gonna be a wild ride. Give him hell, girl.
Looks like they were pretty well calibrated.
Look out!
Mass Effect field generators are offline. Edie, give me something.
Generators unresponsive. All connectors for impact.
Joker, you okay?
I think I broke a rib. Or all of them.
Multiple core systems overloaded during the crash. Restoring operation will take time.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop the collectors, but I plan to live to tell about it.
I'm glad you're in charge. What's next?
How long until the collectors find this landing zone?
I do not detect an internal security network. It is possible the collectors do not expect anyone to reach the base.
Well, if we're lucky, their external sensors were hid like we were. They might not know we're alive.
So this is the weird part. Like, the Collector base is huge. The Collector ship is not. And it feels like the game gets confused as to whether or not it's the Collector base or the Collector ship you're referring to. Because, like, the thing you board earlier is almost certainly the size of the Collector base, not the Collector ship. So I feel like there might have been some confusion or miscommunication on the team somewhere about that. Just because if you look at, like, how big it is in relation to the Normandy, the size internally makes no sense.
We can't worry about whether the Normandy can get us home. We came to stop the Collectors, and that means coming up with a plan to take out this station. EDI, bring up your scans.
You should be able to overload their critical systems if you get to the main control center here.
That means going through the heart of the station, right past this massive energy signature.
That's the central chamber. If our crew or any of the colonists are still alive, the Collectors are probably holding them in there.
Looks like there are two main routes. Might be a good idea to split up to keep the Collectors off balance, then regroup in the central chamber.
No good. Both routes are blocked. See these doors? The only way past is to get someone to open them from the other side.
A few well-placed explosives should clear a path.
There's insufficient ordnance on board to create an explosion capable of damaging the interior walls.
If we can't blast our way through, then we'll use stealth. Someone could sneak in through this ventilation shaft here.
Practically a suicide mission. I volunteer.
I appreciate the thought, Jacob, but you couldn't shut down the security systems in time. We need to send a tech expert.
It's your call, Commander. Who do we send into the shaft?
I mean, she complains about it in 3, but Tali is the best person for it.
We need someone with tech skills to hack that security system. Tali, you're up.
I won't let you down.
The rest of us will break into 2 teams and fight down each passage. That should draw the Collector's attention away from what you're doing.
I'll lead the second fire team, Shepard. We'll meet up with you on the other side of the doors.
Not so fast, cheerleader. Nobody wants to take orders from you.
This isn't a popularity contest. Lives are at stake. Shepard, you need someone who can command loyalty through experience.
I think when I was trying to intentionally throw this, I actually picked Legion for this. But, Samara, Jack, Thane. I mean, Miranda is the best choice.
Miranda's right. She should be in charge.
I won't let you down, Shepard.
Once we're in, they're gonna throw everything they have at us. If we're weak, if we're slow, if we hesitate, we'll die. The Collectors attacked our ship. They took our crew, our friends. They think we're helpless. They are wrong. They started a war, but we are not here to finish it. We're here to make them regret, to show them and everyone else what happens when you go too far. No more running, and no more waiting. Let's hit them where they live.
Okay, so team for us. What the hell is the team for us gonna be? It might be Grunt and Garrus. You know what? You two guys are awesome, we'll take you two. Team not very subtle. Make sure everybody's on the right weapon and on the right ammo power.
I'm inside the ventilation shaft, Shepard. It's hot in here, but it's clear as far as I can tell.
Second team, are you in position?
In position. Meet you on the other side of those doors.
Like, I can't remember who failed.
Miranda here. We're taking heavy fire, but we're moving forward.
All you really have to do on this one is hit buttons, so we're just gonna keep advancing.
Coming our way.
As long as we keep advancing, our party members will come forward with us. So I'm not like super worried about it. Like as long as we keep advancing, our team members will leapfrog with us. So we're not that worried about it. Oh, he's turning into Harvey. How did we not get that? Charge! Okay, like... I have no idea how we didn't kill him. Okay, knock that guy off. The fact that I'm not dead is ridiculous. Alright. So somehow we didn't kill a collector at point blank range with a claymore. Not really sure how that happened, but you know. Okay, the fact that one of these...
Assuming control.
There are more guys here than I remember there being. How are you alive?
Preserve Shepard's body if possible. My attacks will tear you apart.
Maybe. What the fuck? How are you here? There are way more dudes here than I recall there being. Like I don't remember there being anywhere near this many collectors.
Got the target. We are assuming control.
I know.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Nice work, Shep. Continuing down the tube.
Can't target them!
I don't know why you can't target them. Right there.
Watch out! Reinforcements coming our way!
Shortest distance between 2 points is always a biotic charge.
Look out! Seeker swarm!
We're in position. We need this door open now.
Go! We'll cover you!
Something's wrong. The door's stuck. Got it!
Here they come!
Fall back! Suppressing fire. Hold the door.
Nice work, Tali. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Shepard, you need to see this.
So, I think there is one job on this mission where a character can't die. I think. We're about to find out.
Looks like one of the missing colonists.
There's more. Over here.
God. She's still alive. Get them out of there! Hurry!
Yeah, like, this is how you can potentially lose the crew if you don't do this fast enough.
Dr. Chakwas, are you okay?
Shepard, you came for us.
I didn't come for you. I never abandoned my crew.
No one gets left behind.
Thank God you got here in time. A few more seconds and I don't even want to think about it.
The colonists were processed. Those swarms of little robots, they melted their bodies into grey liquid and pumped it through these tubes.
Whatever the collectors are doing, it ends here.
We've done well so far. Let's hope we can finish the job.
Joker, can you get a fix on our position?
Roger that, Commander. All those tubes lead into the main control room right above you. The route is blocked by a security door, but there's another chamber that runs parallel to the one you're in.
I cannot recommend that. Thermal emissions suggest the chamber is overrun with seeker swarms. Morden's countermeasure cannot protect you against so many at once.
What about biotics? Could we create a biotic field to keep them from getting near us?
Yes, I think it may be possible. I wouldn't be able to protect everyone, but we might be able to get a small team through if they stayed close.
I could do it too. In theory, any biotic could handle it. Shepard, who do you want to maintain the field?
So this is clearly like the flavor text for Jack, right? Like, oh god, I think Jacob and Thane are the ones that fail this. Maybe Miranda too, but like Jack and Samara can both do it.
Jack and I will take a small team through the seeker swarms. The rest of you provide a diversion by going through the main passage. We'll open the security doors from the other side and meet you there.
Who should lead the diversion team?
So the diversion team, I don't think it really matters too much. Go Miranda again.
I'll keep the defenders busy while you slip in the back.
What about me and the rest of the crew, Shepard? We're in no shape to fight.
Commander, we have enough systems
So I
back online
think
to do a pickup, but we need to land back from your position.
We can't afford to go back, Shepard. Not now.
You'll never make it without help. I'll send someone with you.
I think you can't, like, your crew that do this can't die. So I think
Joker, get me
this is the pitch.
PLZ.
This is what
We'll
we
meet
send
you there.
Saeed to, because he's
All
not
got our
loyal.
assignments. Let's move out.
I want to say that. Like, I want to say that's how that works, but I'm not like 100%. Zayd dying is not the worst. Like, he's not that interesting, but Like, I am testing out the theory, because I think that's the position where... Because I do believe that that's how that works. Like that one position is one that, can't fail, essentially. It's kind of funny, your teammates don't seem to take damage from the Seeker Swarms. Like, sometimes they'll just wander out of it for no reason, and they'll be fine.
You ready for this? Let's go, Commander!
Shut up, Jack. Yeah, like, that's the whole flavor text for Zack, is like,
Incoming!
the most powerful human biotic.
Acquiring target.
This is what you face.
I can't fight back like this. Tell me when you're ready to move. Get back in the barrier.
There he is.
Assuming all of this form.
Hostile
I'll
engaged.
put them down.
Yeah, so look how much damage Garrus is doing to him.
Clear. Let me
Just
know
absolutely
when you're
obliterating him.
ready to move, Commander.
Like, Incisor with AP ammo is hella good. We might have to go with the Smig. We're burning too much ammo on the... Burning too much ammo on the Phalanx.
Nice shot.
But, like, Miranda has some of the best, like, leader... Like, I think she's the best choice for leader. Garrus is also a good choice.
Hostiles, dead ahead.
I also think it's hilarious that, like, if you select Legion, Shepard's like, you're a natural born leader. Like, multiple parts of that statement that don't work.
Take it.
Like, the leader position is one that you can select anybody for, which is kind of funny.
I'll be here. Let me know when you want to move. They're through.
I'll take the shot.
That was not the power I meant to use. Okay. I'm dead. Like, for some reason I thought that was lift. I was like, I'll lift them and be clever. And then I realized that, like, I had just used Biotic Charge to, like, go a mile out of the bubble. And I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. That was entirely personal stupidity.
Ready to move, Commander.
Nice shot.
Yet another part of the game where Vanguard kind of has no powers.
Hostiles, dead ahead.
Yeah, aim for the waist. That's like...
Yeah. Right on your ass.
I'll be here. Let me know when you want to move.
You will know pain, Shepard.
Should be ammo around here somewhere. Oh yeah. Use your ammo. Okay. Look, pull.
Your attacks are primitive. Cannot resist.
Hostile engaged.
They're all mine.
Yes, they are.
I know you feel this. We are your destiny.
Yeah, like Garrus with AP ammo absolutely obliterated that harbinger.
This should slow him down.
Control.
I'll take the shot.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard,
Alright, make sure we use lift, pull.
I will. My attacks will tear you apart.
There you go.
Understood.
This hurts you.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Let's go!
Yeah, but you watch how fast Garrus with AP ammo, like if you're telling him to shoot a target, like absolutely obliterates those harbingers. Like, it's pretty nutty.
Enemy down.
Could be a real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
Oh, we have a Scion. And we can't just charge it. That's not what we want.
Can't get a lock.
Oh man, this is the worst way to fight Scion with this class.
Can't target them.
Like, I need to be able to get my shields back. That's not where I needed to go. Yep. God. What is going on here? What the hell was that? Oh god, this is so awful for the Vanguard. You're like, I have one superpower and it literally can't be used.
Let's go!
And if it wasn't for the fact that the jackass Scion can hit you in cover. Turns off their ammo powers every time. Love that feature. Thanks, game. Glad they do away with that in 3. Like, they keep ammo powers up generally unless you switch weapons. Alright. Let's try getting up here.
Could be a real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
That was further away than I wanted to be. Okay, like, kind of need to take cover.
Can't target them.
There we go. All right.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move.
Yeah. That was an annoying encounter.
Now let's finish you off.
That killed them? The flashbang?
Trying to hold on.
What the hell are you doing, game?
I can see the entrance. Need to get there soon.
Enemy!
Alright. That was more annoying than it needed to be.
We're almost there.
We need to get out of here, Shepard.
All right, let's move. Keep it up.
Hurry, Shepard!
Alright. So here we should find out if Zaid is dead.
I copy. What's your position?
We're at the door. They've got us pinned down.
We're coming. Just hold on. Get this door open. Come on.
Everybody in this team should be fine, though.
I'm ready for action, Commander.
Joker, are you at the rendezvous point?
I'm here, Commander. Chakwas and the rest of the crew just showed up.
Unfortunately, Zaid did
Ah.
not make it.
Oh well.
He delayed the enemy so the rest could escape.
Let's make sure that sacrifice was worth it. Edie, what's our next step?
There should be some nearby platforms that will take you to the main control console. From there, you can overload the system and destroy the base.
Commander, you got a problem. Hostiles massing just outside the door. Won't be long till they bust through.
There was something wrong with those models. Because if you looked at them, they were like the collector rifle, but like also had the particle rifle overlaid over them. So I'm not really sure what was going on with that.
A rear guard could defend this position and keep the collectors from overwhelming us.
Pick a team to go with you, Shepard. Everyone else can bunker down here and cover your back.
Alright, Garrison Grunt, let's go.
I'm ready, Commander.
Same here.
Anything to say before we do this?
Words shouldn't matter. People have died. If losing our friends isn't enough, if that doesn't make you want payback, what are we doing here? The Collectors blindside their targets. Hit and run. As powerful as they are, they're cowards. They've never had to stand and fight the best of us. That's you. I don't know if they can feel fear, but we're damn sure gonna give them the opportunity. Hit them hard. One way or another, it ends here.
We'll do our best. Good luck, Shepard.
Okay. Put your ammo powers up. Hopefully this will be it for the game.
More coming.
Fight me, you cowards. So... It's actually funny because on lower difficulties you can kind of... On lower difficulties where they don't have like full defenses, you can actually knock them off the platforms before they even get there, which is hilarious. There we go. Yeah. Like you can actually hit the guys on the back with something like concussive shot and just send them flying off the platform altogether, which is pretty funny. What? Dude, I had like half health and he shot me once and killed me. The fuck was that? That's what throws me off about this game, is shit like that. It's like, that's happened like multiple times. There's been several of our deaths. It's like, we have half health and then like, for some baffling reason, a single shot is enough to kill us. Come on. There we go. Yeah, but you saw we were able to just knock that guy like right off the platform. On lower difficulties, double concussive shot is hilarious. Because you can just do that with like all of these platforms because they don't have barriers. You have to get on the same platform as them in order to successfully bionically charge. Like, you don't have to, but like, it's super glitchy if you don't. Why can I not mantle that? You're up. I'm just trying to like... What the hell that was?
Control.
It's stable.
1 and 100 will replace it.
Throwing elbows.
More coming.
Of course, sorry. That did not do. I guess the Guardian has more HP.
My shields are down.
Yep, it's like super glitchy if you go across platforms.
I know.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Cannot resist.
What? What? What the hell was that? There's like nobody shooting at us. Were bullets teleporting through walls? Like, Jesus, game. Like, this class sucks enough. You don't have to cheat. God damn.
More coming.
I'll take the shot.
Found a target.
Attacking target.
Can't get a lock.
That was some crap right there. Yeah, we want the back one. Oh, that's a Guardian. Dude, that's too many hit points.
Found a target.
I'm on it.
Can't target them.
Yeah. Yeah. We at least got the barriers back. We didn't get any stagger or knockback. It's not good for us. Alright. Oops, that's a flashbang. Didn't mean that. Oh yeah. Does Grunt have Inferno ammo up? Can't tell. Doesn't he knock him straight off platform?
Affirmative.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard,
where the hell
I
that went?
will.
This should slow him down.
You will know pain, Shepard. Our power is unmatched.
Thank you, Garrus.
More coming.
Let's see if we can get sights on. That's a Guardian. That's a Guardian. Man, I wish they weren't all Guardians.
On the ground, now! Our harbinger.
There we go. Knock that guy off.
We fight as one. My attacks will tear you apart. They will be as we... Impact is fragile. Got it. If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I
for him. Okay.
will. On it.
Can't target them.
Found a target.
Yeah, you kind of have to remember where... Alright, we're actually pretty okay. It's like, we can keep two Scions busy.
Taking fire.
I'm on it.
And your party members do more damage if you direct them, so obviously that's our goal. There you go.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive. Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Okay.
Not just any Reaper.
Just like...
Human Reaper.
Like, this is such a crappy plot point. It's not even funny.
It appears the Collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
What do the Collectors gain by turning humans into this Reaper shell?
They may be facilitating the Reaper equivalent of reproduction. Or it may serve another purpose. I do not have the data to speculate further. However, it is clear that the Collectors are merely pawns. The technology and ability needed to create this Reaper is not their own. It is likely that different species construct each Reaper. In this case, the Collectors provide the labor.
The Collectors are just Protheans. Why would they help the Reapers?
The Reapers subdued the Protheans long ago. Probabilities suggest they attempted to create a Prothean Reaper and failed. Over time, they adapted the Protheans to suit their needs, changed them, turned them into workers, tools for the Reapers.
They're building it to look like a human. Why?
It appears that a Reaper's shape is based upon the species used to create it.
Reapers are machines. Why do they need humans at all?
Incorrect. Reapers are sapient constructs, a hybrid of organic and inorganic material. The exact construction methods are unclear, but it seems probable that the Reapers absorb the essence of a species, utilizing it in their reproduction process.
Probable they absorb the essence of a species. Would you like to try another answer, Edie? Because that sounds not technical at all.
How many more humans do you think they'd try to take?
Essence?
Millions. Perhaps more. Impossible to know for certain. This Reaper appears to be in a very early stage of development. An embryo in human terms.
So it's not alive yet? We can still stop it from being created?
The process can be stopped, but it is unclear exactly how much it has developed. I cannot, for example, tell you if it has awareness.
It's too big for our guns. Edie, find me a way to blow this thing to hell.
It turns out it actually isn't too big for our guns. Like, we can just shoot it.
Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie. We gotta take care of some old friends first.
More coming. They've got heavy.
How did that completely miss?
Intervention is necessary. Shepard.
Hostile engaged.
Got it. Will no pain, Shepard.
Maybe, but not from you. Oh, we're actually out super low on shotgun ammo. Don't remember where this one drops. I think it drops over there. Guardians are annoying.
Right.
Biotic Charge does not like these platforms at all. Yeah, shooting the tubes, shooting the tubes. Do we have ammo? We did not pick up any ammo off that. Unluck. Butter assassin. God. Take cover, please. Thank you. There you go, send that guy flying off the platform. Yep.
Affirmative. Got it.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
I'm on it.
I'm running super low on ammo here. It's like somewhat annoying.
Know you feel this. Will no pain, Shepard.
Understood.
Lost shields.
I can't. This is really annoying. I don't want to do this whole part again. But like, it won't let me charge him, and neither of my party members can shoot at him. God, I hate these stupid hexagonal platforms. Why they threw them in the dumpster in Mass Effect 3? They're such shit. Like, the game doesn't know how to do anything with them. Also, enemies just don't drop ammo. Seems like a great plan, game. Knock him off the platform, please. No. I was kind of hoping you knock him off the platform, but apparently not. Okay.
Intervention is necessary. Will no pain, Shepard.
I'll take the shot. Hostile engaged.
Shepard.
Alright, did anybody over here have ammo? No. Yeah, that's why I was like, am I crazy or were there 0 ammo off the entire encounter? Really confused by that.
Can't reach the target.
Yes, you can. Do we have ammo on this platform? No. This is an entirely ranged boss fight. How are there 0 people with ammo? What is this bullshit?
Impact shot.
It's like the most insane crap I've ever seen. Like you can't, like, it's impossible to do this boss fight without ammo. Yeah, that guy's gone. Okay.
We fight as one.
Hostile engaged.
I didn't know how the hell he
found a target.
This hurts you.
Yeah, like, we are so low on ammo. Absolutely crazy. Alright. Let's get ready for the cane. We can yeet 2 shots of it. It's very difficult to aim the cane at this enemy, though. So we'll see if we can do this. Because he kind of, like, staggers a little and then looks at you. Like, we have to catch him, like, because the cane has a charge
Status
up.
report.
safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy! Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the Elusive Man. Edie's patching it through.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I'm not finished here yet. This base is 10 minutes from extinction.
Wait. I have a better option. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
I came here to destroy it, but if you have another idea, I'm listening.
We've won a single victory, but we're still at war. This base will give us the technology we need to fight the Reapers.
Maybe it's for the best.
Leadership means making sacrifices. You know that better than anyone, Shepard.
We don't need it.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Shepard, think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you.
I don't like you, the Elusive Man. I like how Grunt just cuts him off, doesn't even say anything. Grunt's like, fuck him.
Let's move. We got 10 minutes before the reactor overloads and blows this whole station apart.
This might be an insanely short boss fight. Okay, we did a crazy amount of damage to him.
Too late! Now you're dead!
Wasn't enough for a kill. But we did do a crazy amount of damage. We did like 2/3 of his hit points. I hate how much he moves. I'm not sure those were like the best shots possible, but yeah. God, I hate how much. I don't think the game intended you to aim like that. Like, but like, whatever. But yeah, that's what I was talking about with like how fast the second Kane shot fires. Like, it's near instant. Couldn't do enough damage.
Us up shot ready.
Wait. You're still here? Oh, he's still here. I thought he always went away.
My attacks will tear you apart. I know you'll feel it.
Shoot you in the eye with a shotgun.
This should slow him down.
Alright, where you're at.
Form is fragile. Too late. Now you're dead.
Harbinger's like, you're not even paying attention to me, and I'm like, not really. So either the burning damage from the incendiary ammo killed him, or Garrus shot him before he even appeared for me to see. One of those two is a possibility. Grunt still has fortification up. Hilarious. Love it.
Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Fuck! How?
Human, you've changed nothing.
So we're gonna have to redo this whole mission.
The attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation to
I have no idea how Tali died. I have no idea how Mordin died. And Tali and Mordin are actually, like, relevant characters that I would like to not die. Like, how did Tali and Mordin die? We had both of their loyalty. God damn it.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8. Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
Like, 100% serious. Like, I have no idea how Mordin died. I know how Zaid died when it happened. But like, how Tali and Mordin died? It's like, what the fuck, game?
Releasing control.
Viper General's just like, ah, fuck. Okay, so... Alright.
Shepard, you're making a habit of costing me more than time and money.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Getting a lot of bullshit on this line.
Don't try my patience. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
I know what you are and the price of dealing with you. We do things my way from now on. Harbinger is coming and he won't be alone. I'm gonna make sure
That
we're
is some
ready when
absolute
we get here.
crap.
You can fall in line or step aside, but don't get in my way.
You're sure that's what you want? You're taking a hell of a risk, Shepard.
Joker, lose this channel.
Jesus. I don't know, for some reason, like, the lighting there, Shepard looked insanely, like, fucked up interface. It's like, what? And of course you have like the Paragon sunset. Whatever the hell this is, Elusive Man is looking at. But like, I definitely don't want to lose Mordin. I definitely don't want to lose Tali. I'm okay like dumpstering Zaid, F him. I have no idea how it decided those two party members were the ones that died. Or any party members died for that matter. Like, that was pretty crap. That unfortunately means we're gonna have to redo that whole last mission. Okay. Let's load last autosave. Like, fortunately it's not that long to do the collector base mission, but like, ugh. It's annoying. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so we're gonna send Mordin back with the ship, because I don't think we save Zaid anyway. I guess we just take Tali with us. Like, if we take Tali with us with Garrus, she should survive. I don't know why she died in the first place. Like,
I'm inside the ventilation shaft, Shepard. It's hot in here, but it's clear as far as I can tell.
Second team, are you
okay.
in position?
In position. Meet you on the other side of those doors.
There's a whole encounter over there, but like none of it really matters.
Watch out! Reinforcements coming our way!
Probably. But the reinforcements don't really matter, we just have to hit the buttons. So. Yeah, you're good. Especially because your party members will like leapfrog with you.
Intro.
Don't see any reason to fight that Harbinger. Is there a way to go further? Use power! God fucking damn it. All I need you to do is use your power when I press the button. Ugh. Fortunately, you have kind of mid checkpoints. Where is everybody?
Ignore the fallen.
I can count on you, Shepard. I'll let you know if I need any more help.
Found a target.
Come on! I didn't get any shields back for that. Like, Biotic Charge just didn't work. Just keeps not working. God damn it. I don't want to do this whole mission again, because the game randomly decided that party members who are loyal just shouldn't do anything. Go this way.
I knew I could count on you, Shepard. I'll let you know if I need any more help.
Oh, then you have crap like that. Where despite the fact that he should definitely be flying through the air, he just fucking isn't.
Nothing stands against. Form is from. I will direct this personally.
Oh. Alright, just run. Just have to press buttons.
Continuing down the tube.
Watch out! Reinforcements coming our way!
This is a lot easier if you're playing the Infiltrator. Just putting that out there. Because you can just like cloak and keep running the buttons. You don't have to fight anyone.
Look out! Seeker's bomb! We're in position. We need this door open now.
Go! We'll cover you!
Something's wrong. The door's stuck. Stop it!
Here they come! Fall back!
Suppressing fire! Hold the door!
Nice work, Tali. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Shepard, you need to see this. Looks like one of the missing colonists.
There's more. Over here.
She's still alive. Get them out of there! Hurry!
So, Mordin going back with a team, like, I've always found, like, is successful. Or Mordin going back with them.
Shepard, you came for us.
No one gets left behind.
Thank God you got
Yeah,
here.
let's
The
like-
colonists.
Whatever the collectors are doing, it ends here.
We've done well so
Roger
far.
that, Commander. The route is blocked by a security door.
recommend that. Thermal emissions.
Maybe I won't be able
I could do it too.
Jack and I will take a small team through the Seeker swarms. The rest of you provide a diversion by going through the main passage. We'll open the security doors from the other side and meet you there.
Who should lead the diversion team?
I'll keep the defenders busy.
Oh
You
no,
slip in the back.
that's not what I meant to
What
do.
about me and the rest of the crew, Shepard?
Balls.
Commander, we have enough systems back online to do a pickup, but we need to land back from your position.
We can't afford to go back, Shepard. Not now.
You'll never make it without help. I'll send someone with you.
Joker, send me the location of the landing zone. We'll meet you there.
We've all got our assignments. Let's move out.
We're about to find out if we have to restart again, because I didn't mean to send Mordin. I meant to send Mordin as the specialist, and have the fire team leader as, what's her face? This could be another restart.
If you want to live.
I hate how your ammo power is reset. This is just making it more tedious. I also hate how we're not going to figure out if we made right decisions until after we've already gotten to the point where we have to reload.
Damn. The swarms are interfering with radio contact. You ready for this?
Let's go, Commander.
Man, Collector's just throwing corpses around. I mean, that's just unsanitary.
Incoming!
We were fine, and then we weren't.
Spotted.
Now!
Engaging.
You will not stop me.
Okay.
You can't fight back like this. Tell me when you're ready to move.
Hold fire, Shepard.
How did he die?
Fight as one. Ignore the fallen.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Ready to move, Commander.
Well, I was like, there's a lot of characters in 2 that I'm okay. That doesn't sound good. There's a lot of characters in 2 that I'm okay losing, going to 3. Mordin and Tali are not one of them.
Hostiles! Dead ahead!
Branch one, never saw me coming.
Yeah, right on your ass.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Concussive shot in midair, turns out, actually does a fair amount of damage.
Got it.
Where the hell?
If
Where am I getting shot from?
Shepard, I will.
Angles are ridiculous.
You cannot resist.
My pleasure.
I'll take them. My attacks will tear you apart. Stop firing! This shell is only a vehicle.
How are these guys?
Assuming direct control.
Of course, they have another Harvard reviewer. Why not?
Assuming control. Your attacks are primitive. I know you feel this. My attacks will tear you apart. Impact shot. You will know pain.
No.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Let's go!
This is the joyous section. Where we have a Scion that's out of the bubble.
Need assistance.
Those are not good noises. Yeah, we might be reloading after this
Could be a
unlock.
real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out.
I'm on it.
Can't get a lock.
What? What? Get me somewhere.
There we go. Knock that one. Lock island.
Yeah.
Can't reach the target. Get
Oh, come on!
the barrier.
Stop! Jesus Christ. Man, game's getting legit weird about this. Just let...
Can't get a lock. All clear. Let me know when you're moving out, Commander.
Okay. Ugh. Alright. Should be good for the rest of this. Ugh. Having relevant powers would make this a lot easier. Oh god, we just lost more.
Incoming!
Like, I kind of hope we didn't, but I think we did.
Trying to hold on.
Like, we'll see at the end of this section. I'm almost certain that we have to reload the last save, though.
I can see the entrance. Need to get there soon.
What's your position?
Pinned at door. Heavy enemy fire.
We're coming. Just hold on.
So let's see if Mordin
Get
makes
this
it.
door open. Come on. Seal the door.
Too many. Lost shields. Sorry, Shepard. Tell them. I held the line.
Wow.
We're almost
I've
there, Shepard. We have to keep
never
going no
seen
matter
that
who we've
before.
lost.
I should get a little teary-eyed. Poor Mordin.
Joker, are you at the rendezvous?
Chuck was in the rest of the group.
Excellent. Now let's make it count.
Commander, you got a problem. Hostiles massing just outside the door.
Pick a team to go with you.
Okay, come on. Give me to the port.
Anything to say?
You all know.
Alright. Let's see if this autosave is the one we need. Or if we have to go further back. Nope, this is not the autosave we need. Cool, restart mission. God damn it, I hate this shit. Yeah, don't need intro reel. Alright, make sure you have your ammo powers up because this game's controls are tedious.
It's hot in here, but it's clear as far as I can tell.
Second team, are you in position?
In position. Meet you on the other side of those doors.
They've seen us.
Miranda here. We're taking heavy fire, but we're moving forward.
Watch out! Reinforcements coming our way!
So as we've discovered multiple times in this sequence, your teammates kind of leapfrog with you. And enemies that are far enough behind you just kind of disappear after a certain point.
Direct intervention is necessary.
This part, I'm not sure if you can rush, like, at all. Just because of the nature of it. Or just because of, like, the way it's distributed. It just doesn't seem rushable. I'm really speed running into this at this point.
Come in! Look out! Seeker's home!
We're in position. We need this door open now.
Go! We'll cover you!
Something's wrong. The door's stuck. Got it!
Here they come! Fall back!
Suppressing fire! Hold the door!
Nice work, Tally. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Shepard, you need to see this.
Okay. So, like, we're going to...
Shepard, you came for us. Thank God you got here in time.
The colonists were processed. Those swarms of
Whatever the collectors
We've done well so far. Let's hope we can...
Joker, can you get a
Roger
fix
that,
on our
Commander.
position?
All those tubes lead into the main control room right above you. The route is blocked by a security door, but there's another
recommend that. Thermal emissions suggest...
Maybe not. I won't be able to protect
I
all.
could do it too. In theory.
So, Jack is our
and I
pilot.
will take us. The rest of you provide a diversion by
Who should
going-
lead the diversion team?
Miranda's good to lead the diversion team. Okay.
I'll keep the defenders busy.
What about me and the rest of the crew?
We can't afford to go back, Shepard. Not now.
You'll never make it without help. I'll send someone.
Joker, need location of
I
landing
think
zone.
Morden will
We've all got
should
our
be able to
assignments.
succeed on
Let's
this.
move out.
Okay.
Moving out. Stay close if you want to live.
If you want to live, I feel like just not living at this point seems like a great plan. I wish there were more save points. Being completely honest.
Team is in position, waiting for your orders, Shepard.
Damn. The swarms are interfering with radio contact.
The arc on this is like super weird.
You ready for this?
Like it doesn't go very far at all.
Let's go, Commander. Incoming!
Spotted.
Acquiring target.
I can't fight back like this. Tell me when you're ready to move.
You're hitting me, Shepard!
Shut up, bro.
This hurts you.
Attacking target.
Right. Your form is fragile.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Ready to move, Commander.
Alright, so we should... So we're gonna take Tally with us into the last mission. She doesn't really do much against collectors. In fact, she does, like, all she does is summon drones. So we're probably fine now.
Hostiles! Dead ahead!
Clear.
Heads up! Fire. Firing eye. Pack shot.
I'll be here. Let me know when you want to move.
This hurts you. Neutralize Commander Shepard. We fight as one. Impact shot. You cannot resist.
Oh, he's like right here, isn't he? God. Oh, the staggers are annoying.
Hostile engaged.
Didn't realize he was like right there.
Firing a high impact shot.
Direct intervention is necessary.
My pleasure.
Not assuming control. We are not finished.
All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander.
Okay. Hopefully Morden survives. Okay, Commander Shepard isn't looking the right way, but it appears to be working.
Get back in the barrier.
Shut up.
Could be a real firefight. I'll hold this position until you're ready to move out. All clear. Let me know when you're ready to move up, Commander. Moving out, Commander.
Okay, should we go? If you notice what I'm doing, I'm using 1 round of incendiary ammo to deplete their armor and then shockwaving. Because husks are incredibly weak against physics powers.
Now let's finish you off.
Like, that's like their primary vulnerability. Is that any power that like concussion shot or any of the biotics that like throw you around, they just instantly detonate too.
Trying to.
Not really sure why. It's probably for the same reason that like the weak point on them is actually the waist.
I can see the entrance. Need to get there soon.
Killed him. Alright, held the line.
We need to get out of here, Shepard.
Alright, so we should be good here. So we should be good for Morden to survive.
Shepard, do you copy?
I copy. What's your position?
We're at the door. They've got us pinned down.
We're coming. Just hold on. Get this door open. Come on. Seal the door.
It's also really weird.
Joker, are you at the
Some
rendezvous
of-
point?
I'm here, Commander. Chakwas and the rest of the crew just showed up.
Morton's group just arrived, Shepard.
There we
no
go.
casualties.
Excellent. Now let's make it count. Edie, what's
So-
our next step?
There should be some nearby platforms that will take you to the main control console. From there, you can
Some of these missions are weird. Some of it, it's the specialist that dies from somebody else that dies if you make the wrong
Just outside
specialist.
the door. Won't be long till I bust through.
We need to finish this before they get through.
Pick a team to go with you and leave the others here to defend this position. That should buy you some time.
Alright, well, we're gonna pick Garrus and Tali. Just because for some reason, Tali didn't. Like, just because Tali didn't make it, we'll pick Tali.
I'm ready, Commander.
So am I.
Anything to say before we do this?
The Collectors blindside their targets. Hit and run. I don't know if they can.
We'll do our best. Good luck.
Hostiles incoming!
Yep, knock him off. Nice.
A shield.
Sorry, it just amuses me that Garrus like shot him in midair. It's like pull. Got that guy off.
Continue.
They're all mine.
Will not
Okay.
We are your genetic destiny.
This should slow him down.
I know you feel this.
Yeah, he's like throwing everything at this stupid drone. Kind of cool. The drones are useful. I mean, I'd rather just have a giant Krogan.
Concussive shot ready.
You're soon in control.
No shield!
I'm hit.
This is what you face. You will
Attacking target.
Shepard.
Oh, hey, that actually worked. Nice. All right. There we go. All right.
My pleasure. This should slow him down.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Jesus, Garrus, you are an absolute champ at killing that asshole.
Enemies ahead.
Nothing's faster than the speed of our call.
Give me. Alright.
Shields have failed.
shot like right over him. He was like kneeling.
Good girl. Can't target them.
Nailed it.
This is it. All the tubes.
Yeah, that
lead to
actually
this
wasn't too
spot.
bad.
Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings,
There's like a handful of party members that, like, if they die, don't really give a shit, but Tali and Morden are not ones of them.
the superstructure is a Reaper.
Okay.
Not just any Reaper. A human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
It's too big for our guns.
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie. We gotta take care of some old friends first.
Oh my god.
Hostiles in.
How is there so little ammo on this level?
Hostiles up ahead. This should punch through their armor.
I know you feel this. Continue.
Hostile engaged.
Can't get a lock.
This is what you face. You cannot resist.
God, that's a great shooting, Garrus. Oh my god, ammo! I don't believe it. It's a myth. Like, ammo? It's true, all of it.
Knock that one.
Get my shield!
I'll take a shot.
Let Tali die too, like whatever.
This should slow him down.
Deploying combat mode.
I will direct this personally.
You got it.
Can't reach the target.
Concussive shot ready.
Pull out the cane.
Shoot the.
Alright.
Shepard to ground team. Status report.
It's safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming...
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I still have to destroy the base.
Not necessary. I'm looking at this This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
I came here to destroy it, but if you have another idea, I'm listening.
We've won a single victory, but we're still at war. This base will give us the technology we need to fight the Reapers.
Maybe it's for the best.
Shepard, we fought to stop it. Us using it doesn't make it right.
An alien can't appreciate the risk this represents for humanity. Leadership means making sacrifices. You know that better than anyone, Shepard.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Shepard, think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you.
It's kind of funny, the two Cerberus operatives, like Miranda and Jacob, are actually like the most against it far and away. Yeah. Somehow we missed with both of those. What the hell is going on? No idea where those shots went.
You got it.
It's gonna be a long fight with all of our chain ammo depleted.
My pleasure. Look out!
Can't target them!
On that road!
Alright. That's heavy weapon ammo. How did the combat drone get summoned there, of all places?
On it.
I'm on it.
I'm literally shooting him in the eye with a shotgun. Not rated sufficient. Do we have more heavy weapon ammo wire? That would be hella neat.
Intervention is necessary. Assuming control.
Okay, we shot him in the eye with a shotgun repeatedly. We eventually killed him. All loaded. So we know Zaid's gonna die. Just kinda hoping nobody else will. See what we got. Please just tell me it's not anybody I actually give a shit about. Tali alive? Yeah, she's alive. Okay, cool. So we got Garrus, we got Tali.
Come on, Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Thank you. Wait, Zaid made it?
Changed nothing.
All survivor? Zaid made it? How did Zaid make it?
Infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation.
What the hell? That makes no sense. Like, yeah. Okay, we should be good. But like, the fuck? What the hell happened? How did we go from losing 3 people to losing 0?
Yeah, I get the
Like, we didn't even make bad decisions. And like, somehow Zaid not being loyal still made it with the ground team? Whatever.
Find another way. Releasing control.
Harbinger. Yeah, Harbinger's not quite as much fun as Sovereign. But like, for real, what the hell happened with that, like... So confused.
Shepard, You're making a habit of costing me more than time and money.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Getting a lot of bullshit on this line.
Yep.
Don't try my patience. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
I know what you are and the price of dealing with you. We do things my way from now on. Harbinger is coming and he won't be alone. I'm gonna make sure we're ready when they get here. You can fall in line or step aside, but don't get in my way.
You're sure that's what you want? You're taking a hell of a risk, Shepard.
Joker, lose this channel.
No one left behind. Yeah, there we go. Keep your team alive through the suicide mission. We got everybody. Even Zaid, even though he wasn't loyal. Whatever. Sure, fine. You do you, game. So overall thoughts on the changes to ME2 going into Legendary Edition. Honestly, the most notable change was taking all the DLC stuff and kind of distributing it around a little bit more, which does make it annoying to play as some of the crappier classes. Like, it was pretty weak playing as Vanguard early on, because you just couldn't pull something like a Phalanx or a Locust. Or, well, you could pull a Locust, but you couldn't pull like a Phalanx, you couldn't just start with a GPS or an Eviscerator shotgun. Probably would make it awful to play as the Adept, like you'd almost have to go to the Locust right away, because the Phalanx is all the way on T'Chaka. There were definitely some graphical improvements, I noticed it in quite a few areas, so it's pretty nice. One thing I will say is that, looking back on Mass Effect 2, it's kind of the most... It's the most hollow game, even though there were two specific missions I like, and I think are actually really thoughtful and well done, which is Mordin and Legion's loyalty quests. A lot of the game just feels kind of empty. Like, there's not really much to do. And when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like it means anything. Other than, like, fun character moments, the game just doesn't have enough to offer, in my opinion. So, I think this is the worst of the Mass Effect series. Like, I would rate it below 1, and 1 I would rate below 3. I think 3 was the best, easily. Even though the ending for 3 kind of sucks, like... or the original ending. Like, allegedly they changed some stuff with the Legendary Edition, we'll see, but... Like, currently, I do think Mass Effect 1 is better than this game. Just broadly speaking. Because I think it's almost more interesting the amount of stuff Mass Effect 1 was just trying to do that nobody had ever done before, all the stuff they were experimenting with. So, that was pretty neat. I don't know, yeah, it's like, getting back and playing the game and doing the planet scanning mechanic, I'm like, God, that was such crap, because it was almost an entire session of planet scanning, and we still had to go back and do it later. Then you also have a few of like the FU moments where even if you do loyalty quests, it's still not enough to get party loyalty unless you have enough Paragon or Renegade, and how much Paragon or Renegade you need is always like a bit of a question mark. Like, even if you have enough Paragon or Renegade to do like Miranda and Jack's loyalty quests individually, you might not know that like they're just gonna pick a fight afterwards, and you have to pick one if you don't have enough Paragon or Renegade. It's I don't know. As far as the combat system, I feel like the combat system in 2 is like also one of the weakest. It has probably the least variety. You spend about 90% of the game fighting generic mercenaries. Every now and then you fight Geth, every now and then you fight collectors, but like most of the time you're fighting generic mercenaries with guns, and that's about the best they have to offer. And it's just not that interesting. So it feels like the most bland of all the games. Because like Mass Effect 3, all of the enemies feel like super unique. Like all the different enemies, like a cannibal, a husk, a brute, a banshee, like these are all like crazy enemies. And then you go to 1 and you have like a bunch of weird enemies, like you have the Thorian creepers, you have the Rachni, you have husks, you also have like Baron show up every now and then. But then like some of the biotic powers are legitimately quite good. Krogan are actually really severe, like you have to plan around them. I don't know, and like the rocket troopers are actually pretty devastating. And the snipers and the sapper, like you think of all the enemy types from 1 that are like distinct, even though some of them really annoy me. And then you think of like all the distinct enemies from 3. Like a Cerberus Grunt is different from a Cerberus Guardian, is different from a Cerberus Engineer, and like they're really different. And then you look at this game and like a lot of them are just like basic mercenaries with rifles, and like they might have like shields and like shitty tech powers or barriers and biotic powers, but that's about it. And you're like, okay. So this just feels like it hits the uncanny valley for me, in that the exploration isn't good enough, the combat isn't good enough. The character moments aren't quite good enough. The main story isn't good enough. Like, it just hits the uncanny valley where it's like exactly in the middle or at the lowest end of all 3 games. Like, it doesn't have any exceptional points. So that's like my overall thoughts on Mass Effect 2 in general. Mass Effect 2 Legendary, like, better than the original, broadly speaking, visually. Yeah, I'd say better gameplay-wise, too. Like, I think they cleaned up a fair bit. So, overall, like, pretty pleased with it, but there's a reason why Mass Effect 2 has become the Mass Effect game I go back to the least. And it's just because it just feels the least interesting and least engaging. Like, Mass Effect 1 has a legitimate challenge aspect to it because you can be killed very easily. And some of the encounters are wildly different depending on your class and party comp. Mass Effect 3 has a much more interesting combat system, has much better character moments. But then I'm looking at Mass Effect 2 and I'm like, what am I even doing here? like it doesn't have really challenging combat AI. A lot of the encounters are kind of samey. Your party comp doesn't really change most of them, to be honest, because most of your party members only have like 2 powers throughout the majority of the game. So, yeah, this just feels like it's the uncanny valley. It's the sequel problem. It's just not quite up to either its predecessor or the follow-on game. Anyway, hope everybody enjoyed it. Gonna be starting Mass Effect 3 at some point, so have a nice night.